Hey guys, Freedom Voice here with part 3 of that video series entitled Targeted Individuals and Mind Control.
What is the Matrix? Control. The Matrix is a computer-generated dream world, built to keep us under control in order to change a human being into this.
This clip from the movie The Matrix says it all. You know, the control he's referring to is that of mind control. And when he turns the television off and says that we're living in a computer-generated dream world, that is exactly what we are living in. In fact, it's at a point now where most don't recognize it for what it really is. But I want to try to unpack that in this video. And I'm going to begin with the Oversight Committee discussing MK Ultra.
There was an objective outlined in the early proposals for MK Ultra to do experimentation to see whether they could do mass conversion, convert entire populations. Back then, they were trying to use psychological means to see how you could influence people's thoughts. And Mockingbird played into that, which, if people don't know, that was where they had CIA assets or co-opted people in the media who would write basically propaganda and try to control the thoughts and beliefs of the population to what the CIA needed. And is it still going on today? I would be surprised if it wasn't.
In addition to Mr. O'Neill's testimony at the Oversight Committee, Charlie Kirk, before he quote-unquote died, talked about the CIA and the intelligence agencies controlling people here in America. And specifically, he mentioned the fact that they basically run the nation, the intelligence agencies. I want to go ahead and play that clip and then kind of show evidence of what he was referring to.
Do you think the MK Ultra project ever actually ended? Or just went under a new name?
We have no evidence that it ended. And also we have Operation Mockingbird too, which was another CIA program, which was that they were going to take over all the news networks and have symmetry in their broadcast communications.
In that clip, Charlie Kirk referred to the same thing that Mr. O'Neill referred to in this clip, where they basically said Project Mockingbird. It was a project sponsored by the CIA. Project Mockingbird was responsible for creating symmetry between news media agencies, thereby basically mind controlling large populations of the public. I want to go ahead and play a clip that I uploaded some months ago regarding the symmetry between the news media agencies.
The sharing of biased and
false news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets are true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think, and this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
What they should be saying is this is modern day MK Ultra, because that is exactly what Charlie Kirk was referring to. This is exactly what Mr. O'Neill at the Oversight Committee was referring to as far as what MK Ultra and Project Mockingbird was designed to do. And friends, we see it here right in front of our face. Now, I want to go back to that clip that Charlie Kirk mentioned where he talked about MK Ultra.
The Central Intelligence Agency is actively involved in mind manipulation of people here domestically. And that is completely against the CIA charter. We must understand, we have Congress, and they're just kind of like a peanut gallery. And then we have a super government that exists above Congress of the Department of Defense, which is the Pentagon, the Central Intelligence Agency, which is its own thing out in Langley, the Federal Bureau of Investigation. They run the country. The intel agencies run the country.
I agree.
People don't run the country.
Now, the interesting thing about it is that's what's coming out in the Oversight Committee hearings. That's what's been coming out recently, and even up to and including, which I'm going to get to later, a clip that was put out by Fox News Nation where the CIA raided Tulsi Gabbard's office in order to confiscate MK Ultra documents. I'm going to point that out or play that later on in this clip. But right now, I want to get to the propaganda that we find in the cartoons for children. Again, the whole thing, the driver here is MK Ultra mind control. MK Ultra, control. That is the whole underpinning principle here that we're seeing with propaganda here in America. I'm going to show a series of clips, starting with this one here. In 2010, the Green Lantern came out, and it demonstrated directed energy actually controlling Green Lantern's mind. And then in 2008, Birdman came out, and Birdman was considered the good superhero, but the evil superhero was a man by the name of Mentok, the evil mind taker. Again, propaganda, mind control. And then in 2008, we saw the Wonder Twins, which is basically the plot where all of the young people nationwide and worldwide would be mind controlled by a force, including Aquaman. All of these cartoons came out between 2008, 2000, and even before that. But they all had one underpinning principle, and that was control, mind control.
Great galaxies, I've got to figure out a way to help them.
Getting captured on purpose was a brilliant idea, Bizarro. And my power ring is set to go off just about now.
Sinestro's ray taking over my mind.
That's right, Green Lantern. I am in complete control of your mind now. First, you will open the electronic detention cell.
Now, remember, friends, someone had to write the script for these cartoons, and obviously they wrote the script with propaganda in mind, and that was mind control.
Greetings, Birdman.
I know that voice. It's Mentok, the evil mind taker.
Correct. And ready to do away with you forever, Birdman. I built my secret lab within sight of your own volcanic hideout and waited for the right opportunity to bring you to me.
And you used Avenger as the bait.
Of course. Your trusted eagle is under my complete control. And when my fabulous black shield has done its work, so too will you be. In moments, Birdman himself will be safely in my power. Birdman, you are no longer in control of yourself.
No longer in control.
From now on, you will obey only me, Mentok.
Obey only you, Mentok.
It's the Justice League Trouble Alert.
Super Friends, United Nations has been receiving emergency messages from around the world. A group of UFOs are controlling children of every country. They're making them leave their homes, and nothing we do can stop them. They seem to all be headed for a remote area of Arizona.
Holy coincidences, Batman. That's where the Wonder Twins want to go.
I think we'd better take a trip to Monument Valley and find out what's going on.
I'll stay here with the Wonder Twins and keep an eye on the Trouble Alert.
Right. Let's go.
Now, notice the energy halo over the Wonder Twins. Obviously, that signifies that they're mind controlled, but notice their eyes. And then not only are they controlled, but now they in turn, through the UFO power from UFOs, control Aquaman.
What's happening to my mind?
Now, these cartoons are from the early 2000s, 2008, 2010, but you can take it all the way back to 1970. Cartoons in 1970 were teaching the same propaganda, supposedly when MK Ultra was supposedly discontinued. Now, again, propaganda, we can see it in cartoons, we see it in movies, we see it in the media. And I remember a lot of this when I was a little boy. And I remember, always thinking it seems like the evil superheroes went out over the good. Basically, what we're looking at is a great controversy between good and evil. And the Bible talks about this. It's something that I try to detail on my channel, but it's something that's very obvious in our world today, and especially in media. I want to go ahead and go to another cartoon that illustrates this, one called Lion-O.
Enchanted helmet, give me mind control over the mighty Lion-O.
My mind
being overwhelmed by terrible feelings, can't resist.
Moons of Thundera! Lion-O's collapse! Lion-O! Get up, please!
Only Mum-Ra commands me.
Do something, Wiz-Ra!
Lion-O, the Sword of Omens! Discard it! Now! The mighty Sword of Omens shall never rise again from the desert of sinking sand.
Now, again, this is 2009 cartoon called Lion-O, and I want you to notice how the evil superhero commands the good superhero whose mind was taken over by the evil superhero to get rid of his sword, and actually his sword was destroyed. Very interesting in light of when you think about the fact that there's good and evil in the world today. And I'm going to say those who believe in God, the Word of God, those who believe in Jesus Christ representing the good, the sword representing the Word of God, and then the evil, which is basically those elements and agencies that are trying to take control of people's minds worldwide. I mean, this is clearly scripted in these cartoons from 1970 all the way up until, I've tracked it all the way up until 2022, which brings me to the next cartoon, which is Black Star, 2021.
I hope your kingdom is friendlier looking than this place, Talina.
We will be there soon, Black Star. And you can see for yourself.
Look, it's Mara and the Trobbits. And they're with that creature that was chasing you.
Listen to me. You have no memory of the past. You are completely under my power. Now, destroy my enemies!
It's Black Star!
Talina's enemies are my enemies.
Now again, Black Star, I mean, representing a good superhero for the most part, his mind is being controlled by evil, and he's carrying out the biddings of evil in destroying the enemies of evil. In other words, evil is to using good to destroy other evil. Who's writing these scripts? Obviously, someone's writing these scripts to educate children how to view the world and how to submit to forces of evil. The next cartoon demonstrating MK Ultra is Racer X 2023.
At last! The Senatum goes in, and soon I'll be...
behind bars.
What? How did you escape from my Rex?
It was easy. Once I removed this little gadget from his neck.
Then you haven't heard the news, Racer X. I no longer need those devices.
Racer X, what's happening?
If you'll notice what appears to be energy weapons being used by the evil superheroes to control the good superheroes. Again, we see this plot over and over in every cartoon. Evil attacking good, evil mind controlling good, and all of this is being viewed by young people, by children. Obviously, it's propaganda controlling their mind to submit to evil forces by way of mind control.
I must destroy Speed Racer. I must destroy Speed Racer.
Time warp is beginning to close. We gotta stop Brainbiter!
I must destroy Speed Racer.
Let's hope you're not so smart when your mind is controlled.
Speed Racer.
Look out behind you!
I must destroy Speed Racer. I must destroy...
So you can clearly see mind control propaganda being used in the cartoons for children. And I can gear my whole channel around this. I mean, there's so much information out there. But I want to show the Power Rangers in 2017, how it was used as well in the script for the Power Rangers.
Rangers, come in.
You guys, we've got trouble. What is it, Zordon?
Lord Zed is controlling people's minds in order to take over the world. You must stop him immediately.
We're on our way. Come on, guys. It's morphin' time!
Saber-tooth tiger!
Tyrannosaurus! Look, it's Zed Scream! Why, it's the Power Rangers! Let's go! Get him! Yeah! Hey, I don't think so! Cool! The Power Rangers are grooving to our tune! That's it, dudes and dudettes! Keep that steady beat pounding!
Wow, so much propaganda in this show, Power Rangers. First of all, notice the Power Rangers get hit by an energy weapon while everyone else around them seems to be already controlled. It's almost as though they're telling young people and children that no matter how strong you are, you can be a superhero and be very strong, but you are not stronger than these energy weapons that are being used on the superheroes and the rest of the population.
Rangers, don't be strangers! This device, it's gonna stop you cold! I don't think so! That was close. Time to check traffic. Roads are clogged with powerless Rangers.
Billy the machine!
We've got to grab it! No! Stop! Everybody back! I'm coming after you, Mushroom Head!
Zach, go!
No! They're destroying the device! And now for the weather. Bright and sunny days for Lord Zed. Dark and cloudy days for the robotic Rangers.
Hail Lord Zed. Hail Lord Zed.
And you know, for years, the Power Rangers have been very popular, not only among young people, but among adults as well. And obviously, we see mind control propaganda in the Power Rangers. But I want you to notice how the main gist of the propaganda is no matter how strong you are physically, no matter how much power you have physically, you can't outpower the energy weapons that are being used on the Power Rangers. Those energy weapons are very obviously controlling the minds of everyone in the world. And that is what we see here. You can see him throwing what appears to be grenades to try to stop the Power Rangers, bombs to try to stop them. And it disrupts them for a little while, but it obviously doesn't stop them until finally he uses the energy weapon. And he pulls his sword out and casts the energy weapon source. And all of a sudden now, the Super Power Rangers are being controlled, mind controlled. Very obvious propaganda in this show, Power Rangers.
Hail Lord Zed.
Tulsi Gabbard's office. Agents hauled out dozens of boxes, files on the JFK assassination and MK Ultra, the CIA mind control operation, which she was in the process of declassifying. Today's whistleblower said it during his deposition, and Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna confirmed it moments ago.
This segment in Fox News was reported 3 months ago in June of 2026. And basically, it was a report on how the director of the intelligence agency, Tulsi Gabbard, basically they raided her office and they confiscated MK Ultra documents. Now, we know this happened back in 1975 under the CIA's director, Alan Dulles. But we see it again happening today. And I do believe that this is actually sort of, I guess you could say, a plot, maybe even a script to try to get the world to understand, first of all, that there is MK Ultra mind control going on. But the details regarding how vast mind control is currently is still sort of a secret. When all we have to do is look around at the propaganda tells us very clearly that MK Ultra is very vast. In fact, most people, I would almost say 95 to 99% people are mind controlled in society right now. When you take in the entertainment industry, when you consider social media, news media, as well as, movies, cartoons, things of that nature, it's all geared towards mind control. And they're downplaying it in the media here in my opinion, in this particular segment. They're simply trying to get everyone to believe that, MK Ultra happened way back in the 70s and the remnants of the documentation of it has been destroyed, confiscated, and destroyed. So in essence, they're trying to tell us it's not a current problem in our society today. They're just deflecting away from the reality of it, when really all of the shootings, school shootings, as well as all of the mass shootings that we see, all of the incidents that are happening in the news as far as wars and uprisings and social unrest and political unrest, it's all part of a script. It's almost as though everyone's playing a role in a movie, and these are simply characters in the play. So everyone that you see out in the open, like even these two guys here on the screen now, I mean, they're actors in a play. They're part of the script. So when you see people that get a lot of attention like Ariana Grande in entertainment, in the movies, and even in sports, you can rest assured that they are mind controlled. In fact, everyone's been talking about how Ariana looks different in 2025 versus 2020. And, there's reasons behind that, but let's just say that Ariana she's a high-ranking witch in the occult. And she's definitely mind control. In fact, she herself actually admits that her mind had been manipulated.
You know what? They did the Brighter Days memory erasure treatment to me, so I'm having trouble remembering the details. They're foggy because at the Brighter Days clinic, they do the memory erasure,
If you could remember, struggle, tell me. Give me a date.
You know what? I'll have to go back to the clinic and see if they can restore my memory.
Is it going to be soon? Because the fans want to know, Ariana.
So soon?
It's almost as though everyone's being programmed and they can only say and think what they're programmed to say and think. And that's what this clip is seemed to suggesting from Ariana Grande. Now, here's the summation of the reason why I'm posting this video and making this video, showing the influence of MK Ultra even in our society today. I do believe that most everybody is mind controlled in one way or another. For whatever reasons, people who call themselves targeted individuals are targeted because for whatever reasons, they can't fall under the control of the program. It's kind of like the Truman Show, how everyone seemed to be following Truman around. Everyone's watching Truman. Everyone is kind of living through the auspices and the intentions and the desires of Christoph in the movie The Truman Show. It's because that is the reality of the world that we're living in today. It's like a movie, and everyone like Ariana Grande are simply characters in the movie. They're actors in a play, and that's the way I see it, friends. So until next time, take care.